Okay. Hi, Fraser.
Hi.
So we're doing the reaction to the shortlist for the Booker right now.
Right now.
And we're discovering it together. And Fraser has the information and he will be processing it and telling me.
Yes.
And and our official title is Two Millennials Judge the Judges of the Booker.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a slideshow graphic though, so I don't know how to pause those.
Maybe you could just like tell me really fast.
It would have to be, I think. So you're just gonna get them. You're gonna get them quick and then we'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you?
Okay, yeah, I am ready. I'm ready.
Gird your head.
I know.
Okay, the first one is Glory.
Okay.
The Trees. Treacle Walker. The 7 Moons of Maali, Almeida. Small Things Like These. And Oh William. Oh, I wasn't surprising that. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Cool. Yeah, Oh William. So Glory, The Trees, Treacle Walker, 7 Moons of Almeida, Small Things Like These, Oh William.
Okay.
It's a weird list, kind of.
That was not what I expected.
Yeah. Can I
so
pause
let's
this?
think. All right, so Maps didn't make it?
No, Maps didn't make it.
Wow, Maps was like our front runner for...
Okay, there we go. I paused it.
Oh, so you were able to pause it.
Yeah, I can pause it. Oh, well. Rapid fire. Rapid fire.
I was like, react.
Yeah, I wanted to pause it so we could see if there's any, I don't know, trends in this or something. I think, because I was going to say Glory and the Trees are both satirical.
Okay.
Treacle Walker is not. It's fantastical, mythological, and I think innovative in its own space. Small Things Like This is kind of like that. Like it's sort of a renovation of a Christmas special moralist story. So it's kind of innovative in its own space. 7 Moons of Maali, Almeida is, I think, could be considered innovative. It's second person the entire time. It's steeped in Sri Lankan culture. And I don't know. I don't think the plot was anything wild. You know, it's steeped in like Buddhist culture and beliefs and stuff like that. But I don't see it as being highly innovative unless it is in a way that I just am not aware of, which is possible. And then Oh William, again, I'm not sure if that is,
I feel like you're
innovative in this space.
Sure. Yeah, I think what I'm sort of envisioning from this list is pretty eclectic in that the genres are wide ranging. So you have satirical, fantasy, realistic fiction. You have just like a wide ranging. Whereas like if we would have like on our list when we were talking about Maps of Our Spectacular Bodies, that was experimental, but it was still like realistic, you know, like a realistic story. And then The Colony, same, experimental but realistic. And so I feel like they chose sort of from a widely from the genres rather than just being like all realistic fiction.
It looks like a list where people had to make concessions, basically, is what it looks like to me. Like, it seems like a settling list than favorites, you know, like, because I think Maps and The Colony would probably be really high, but then also the ones that I didn't like the most, like Nightcrawling, for instance, didn't make it either. So it just feels sort of like a give and take list is what it feels like to me.
Okay.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to discern particular trends here because, like you say, it's so eclectic. I'm really happy for Oh William, though.
Me too.
Because if Lucy Barton was good enough to get longlisted and maybe shortlisted, I don't know how far it got up there. Oh William is definitely like the best version of that thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You
knock it out of the park.
Yeah, you watched the writer evolve. okay, so here's I'm like, I read 5 of the Booker books. 4 of the 5 didn't make it.
Oh yeah, that's too bad for you. Yeah. So which ones are you interested in? The
I'm
trees?
just interested the trees because I already own that. I would be interested in Treacle Walker if, but see, like Case Study I was really interested in, that didn't make it. Booth I was really interested in, that didn't make it.
What about Seven Moons? Are you game for Seven Moons?
The thing with that is accessibility. It's something that I would have to buy, and I don't own it already, and I don't think I would be able to get it from my library. So it boils down to, do I want to order a brand new book for a reading experience that I'm not necessarily super excited about, like I'm not. And then actually the rest of the list, the only book I'm actually excited to even get to would be The Trees. So moving forward for my Booker shortlist plan, my plan is to read The Trees.
Yeah. Seven Moons and Treacle Walker, you never know, might get picked up from North American distributors, and then you might get it in the library, but it's going to be next year for sure.
Definitely.
So you could look forward to that in the distant future.
Yeah. What about you? Are you going to read Glory? Are you going to try that a third time?
Yeah, I can't do it. No, it's not happening.
Okay.
If it was more like, it's a problem with the voice, especially like the satirical voice that's embedded in it. I just hate it. And then also, I didn't, at least from how far I got into it, I didn't feel like the zoomorphism or whatever it's called, where the qualities of the animal are imbued in the person, was adding particularly anything, because humans have those qualities already. So it adds to the absurdity somewhat, only if the animals maybe were the people complicit in the regime or something. And that didn't seem to be the case entirely from what I saw anyway, too. So it just all seems kind of, like a miss for me. Like, I think you're kind of gonna vibe with it or not. And for me, I tried it twice. And I even canceled the audiobook because I was just like, no, thank you.
Oh gosh, okay. And then I as I was scrolling through in my mind the short list, I might try Small Things Like These.
That's a really short audiobook.
Yeah, and so because it's short and I think it's accessible at my library as an audiobook, I might try that. But if those things aren't true, then again, I don't think I would pick it up just to read it.
Yeah. And from this list, I would be very happy for The Trees to win. I think it's kind of like the best at everything. Like, it's got a message, it's really well written, it's sort of like comes out of left field, it's not what you've kind of encountered before. Treacle Walker is similar, but it's definitely less accessible and very esoteric to a particular region for what it's doing. So I don't know if that factors into their decision at all. And then I'd be perfectly happy if a William won as well. I don't particularly think The Seven Moons was like one of the finer crafted novels, especially for pacing. It's a little bit brutal. It's not descriptive whatsoever. It gets kind of like samey. The world building putters out after like a quarter of the book or something.
Sure.
And then Glory hated it. So
yeah. Huh. Interesting. What a weird short list. Yeah. To be honest, it really was not what I was expecting at all. No. That's strange.
I was kind of expecting Trust, even though I didn't like it, to show
right. Up. Yeah.
And probably Maps in the Colony, at least one of those three, to be on it. But
yeah. Oh, definitely. So, well, a lot to ponder, a lot to think about.
And so if we're judging the judges.
Oh, okay. Judging the judges.
I think that their taste is not so good. That's why I'm giving the benefit of the doubt and saying that this was a compromising list, where nobody got their favorites, maybe, except for The Trees. That's a slam dunk Treacle Walker. I didn't expect to be there, but I'm happy it is, as well as Oh William. But it does feel like a concession list, or maybe something that's supposed to provoke, dissension, division, talking.
My hunch is that our taste aligns with one of the judges, and that one judge chose William and the Trees.
Yeah, well, Treacle Walker is good, I think.
Oh yeah, Treacle Walker, yeah.
And especially the prose work in Treacle Walker is just like, it's a very fun book to consume, I think. Even if you don't get everything that's happening, I could see somebody picking up it again just to have the experience and dissect it some more and try to figure out like what's going on, because it's just that fun to consume and that short. I think it was literally a 2.5-hour read physically for me to get through the entire thing. Like the page, the type font is quite big.
Wow. Oh, I just thought of something else. I think, although I don't know, Seven Moons, was that their debut? The author's debut? Nope. So then no one, none of the debuts made it.
Ooh, snap. Cold.
Yeah. I'm surprised I can come up with anything. I don't have a list in front of me, so yeah. So I'm like, wait a second. So these are all seasoned writers.
Yep.
And for a lot of them, well, at least I was thinking about Alan Gardner. He's like, he's getting up there in age, so he's a well-seasoned writer. Elizabeth Strout has a very established career. Same thing with Percival Everett, has a long list of titles under his name.
I think it's only, I'm not sure where NoViolet lives, but I think it's UK and American only as well, right?
Claire Keegan's Irish, no? Oh wait, well that would be UK based. So.
Yeah, the greater area then. And I'm not sure about.
Well, no, the Seven Moons of Seven Moons.
He moved to Britain, I think London, at a pretty early age.
Okay.
But he grew up first in Sri Lanka. So I don't know.
Well, we have judged the judges.
Yeah. We're seeing patterns.
Well, yeah. Anyhow, well, I feel like I would have done better if I would have chosen cards blindly with the titles of the books on them.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, this is a weird list. But well, thanks for coming on my channel and telling me the short list.
Yeah, it was very entertaining for me, I'll tell you. Yeah, just like boom, shock, oh.
Well, now we know how to pause the slideshow.
Yeah.
Or at least
that one was on me.
So, all right. Well, thanks again for coming, and let us know, for those watching, what you thought of the short list, if you were as befuddled as we are. Okay. Bye. Oh, I stop it.